What's going on YouTube? It's Ramon back at Ramon Talks. And today we're back with another topic. This topic wasn't asked. This just me gonna try to drop some knowledge. Yeah, it wasn't asked directly, but I know women be kind of wondering this. It's Ramon back with Ramon Talks. I want to say, women a lot of times be curious to know if a man's gonna ever get out of the streets, if he gonna ever stop running women, stop being and what I notice, and what I know just from being a man myself, for the right woman, it ain't nothing a man won't do, but you gotta be the right woman. And what I mean by that is you have to be that woman naturally. You can't be the woman trying to force him to like you, to get in a relationship with you. The woman that end up winning the man, the real man, like in my cases, when women have won me over, it was the women that wasn't worried about what I was doing. And I'm not saying just be a fool and sit back forever, nothing like that. But the girl that just showed me who she was. She's not worried about whether you got anybody else. She may ask you, and you can be like, oh yeah, baby, I kind of, got, like one or two other little chicks I kind of be, dealing with, dating or whatever. And she's okay. She just kind of like to know. But she'll leave it at that. No insecurity. She'll almost never bring it up again. And she's not even competitive about it. She'll just be herself, show you who she is. And that's hella attractive. I love a woman that's quiet. The best way to win a man over is to be quiet, if that makes sense. Until it's time to communicate, if he's lacking something or whatever. But generally, coming around with all those rules and all those different things and just trying to demand, and I'm not trying to rush you, but at the same time, like ain't nothing like a genuine sweet woman. Like I like meeting women that's refreshing. And what I mean by that is like they'll just be sweet. She's not worried about your status, she's not worried about your look, she's not worried about having intercourse with you, none of that stuff. She's just a genuine sweet woman, just genuine, loving, just a good woman. For that, any man to come out the streets, because at the end of the day, we want peace. So if you can be his peace, you have to show a man. You gotta, I don't really know how to come off with this one, but you gotta kind of show a man, why he should come out the streets, in a lot of cases. I hope this video comes off correct, but I'm just, like I said, I'm saying, I done been, it's fun when you're out there maneuvering and, doing what you're doing, but I done had girls actually sit me down like, oh man, this girl's amazing. Like, I don't even have no more interest in those other women no more, and it's not that she's letting me get away with murder, do what I want to do. She's a kind, sweet girl. You gotta be that kind, sweet girl, innocent, just, peaceful, just non-problematic. Say you come over to the house and you notice I got clothes on the floor that hasn't been folded. When you sit up there and you fold those clothes without me saying, and you ain't even been around me long enough to even know, that's a beautiful thing. She might, hey, have you eaten today? She just take you into consideration and not doing it with an agenda. Not Indian giving. She may buy you this, your birthday may come up. She's trying to make you feel special. She's trying to, because a lot of times you got to watch out. Women will talk that heavy talk to you. They'll talk that good talk to you, and whole time got an agenda. You know what I'm saying? Whole time have an agenda. She may be in a bad placing, and she looking at you as a way out. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, whatever your status be. So it be stuff like that, but it's the genuine sweet women that get you, the ones that's just, I don't really know how to explain it like that, but some women are just so innocent, no attitude, just not really just be chilling, and she listens to the small things you may request, because a lot of women be, I ain't doing this if I ain't got a ring, I ain't doing this if that, I ain't no slave, I ain't finna. But when do you go to the dealership and not test drive the car? And I'm not saying that a man don't have to display certain things for you to get into a relationship with him, but I'm just explaining to the women, to you ladies, what will take a man out the streets and have him 100% faithful to you. Like the right woman, a man will really chill out, because, at the end of the day, All we really want is peace. Now there's a percentage of men that ain't gonna never change and they gonna always be in the streets. That's what it is. But for the most part, the average good man, you can pull him out the streets. If you find him in the street, you can pull him out the street if you just give him reason to. Like I said, cooking for him, cleaning for him, just showing him the goodness of a woman. You show a man the goodness of a woman, the rest of them, because, and then sexually, say, you know what I'm saying, you on top of that too. You wearing the nice stuff, you doing all these cool things, you showing true. I say this all the time. Ain't no sex better than the sex when a woman want to give it to you. When she horny for you, y'all can have sex. It'd be cool. But when a woman want to have sex with you, that's the best sex you can have. When she want to give you head, that's the best head you'll get, when a woman want her. So that's what I'm saying. When a woman really wants you, but just because she knows your worth, not because, oh, he got status so he can help me because maybe, I wasn't so successful. Maybe she wasn't so successful, put herself in the wrong places, without the ulterior motive. Like some women really want to better you. She might not even want to be your woman for real, but some women will want to better you. Just she see where you may need help or areas that you're lacking. Like a woman that comes to better you is a woman a man to settle down with quick because you're adding to his life, especially a man that's already established. It's kind of like, because see, a lot of women in today's time think once they open their legs, that just pretty much pay for everything and they good to go. And unfortunately, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? We had sex, so what? Like, what else do you have to offer me? So when you could come to an established man table and you can actually offer him more than what he already have, like, I know how to cook, I know how to fold, I know how to do all these things. So it's like, what can you bring me? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to flash and say, why should I not be messing with multiple women? Because that do get old, but it's just, forget the multiple women. It's just, what's so special about you? Like, how can you add to my life? Like I say, forget all that other stuff, but just how can you add? And in my day and age and time and all that stuff, I'm looking for peace. That's my biggest thing. That's why I say those sweet girls, those non-argumentative women, the ones that's just, I'm telling you, they really got some sweet women out here, but then they got some angry girls too. Some angry, some vindictive, some you gotta watch. But you gotta watch that because the devil coming all, you know how they go. But they'll I done met some girls that were slick, some girls that low key kind of swept me off my feet. And the whole time was a personal agenda behind that. So you gotta watch those things. But that's the biggest thing, ladies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be that peace, just that sweet girl for the right man. I'm always say that for the right man. For the right man, be his peace. You be his peace with whatever level y'all at. Don't try to pressure him to move up. Don't nothing. Nah, like I say, I'm not saying stick around forever because there's a clock on life period. But don't pressure a man. A lot of y'all women could get married faster, become girlfriend fast, become a lot of stuff faster if y'all just sit back in the cut. Just be. When you get, assigned in, man, make your shots. Don't worry about what the rest of the, what everybody else done. You in the game now. It's time for you to show out. Like one thing I try to do when I'm in the presence of a woman, I try to give her me. You know what I'm saying? Show her what I have to offer. And it's not necessarily me trying to lure her in, but I just give you everything I do. I try to, give my all, give me. So give you. But you got to be peaceful. You can't be faking that out to lure this man. No. Like, I love a woman that I can have a good conversation with. Cook about anything. Like, all that stuff will make him just feel like, dang, these other women ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? He'll really, we'll really sit back and, damn. Because now you mess around and you become so interesting that it's like, because that's all it is. If he's still kind of entertaining, he may be the male or, version, or you're not as interesting as this girl. So it's like, you have to be interesting. You have to be, ambitious. You have to be, it's a lot of things that attract real men. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be what he is. So, like me, for instance, I'm ambitious. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm kind. I'm a lot of great things. So for a woman to calm me down, she got to show me the same thing. But I'm used to a lot of, and it's the prettiest of chicks. It ain't always the bad built or the ugly girls that be having these attitudes. It be pretty girls that be having these messed up attitudes, and don't no man want to deal with that. So you got to come around just sweet and be yourself. Whether it's goofy, funny, shy, whatever it is, just be yourself in a good way. You know, like that, being yourself in a positive way, that'll win every time. Especially with me, I love me a out the way chick. She cool. Like, dang, this girl ain't got on my nerves. Yeah, I like women like that. Like women that's just chilling, just chill. Like a real man know everything he need to do. You ain't gotta tell him nothing. I see women post posters like that all the time. Real talk. A real man knows what, you ain't gotta tell him nothing. A lot of time we'll sit back in the cut and we'll just watch you. Let me see how she, let me see how she move. Because a lot of us had our hearts broken. We done been played. We done gave our love in a lot of wrong places. So we sit back and see before we start opening up. And then me, I love way too hard to be out here just dumping my love anywhere, just playing. So now I just kind of sit back and watch before I finalize relationships. At first, I used to rush them. But I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on this topic. But yeah, that's the biggest thing, man. Like I say, just come to the table, sweet, man. Like I don't know how far back, but take like Sinclair from Living Single. You know what I'm saying? That girl was funny, goofy. She was, man, that's a great girl. She's very loving. You saw her Overton, even though it's a written script, but that character, those type of women, them, and it's other kind of women that could sweep a man off his feet and take him out the streets. But like I say, you just got to be sweet and not have no agenda behind nothing. Peaceful, somewhat energetic, not boring, interesting, good conversation. You just gotta be able to, the same way a man can make you feel so fuzzy inside and warm and this and that, y'all can do us the same thing. I done met women that done gave me butterflies, like, ooh, like, oh man, this girl's amazing. I gotta get around her, cause she finna catch me, But that's what this video is about. Hope that give y'all some insight. But just know, yes, if you meet a guy that's running the streets and he, you can pull him out the streets. You can. It'll take some work. You just gotta show us, cause especially depending on the age too. After a while, that stuff get old to us. But then if we ain't found what we looking for, we'll just keep doing what we doing and until we find it, or we'll just settle with being the rich uncle, the rich brother, the rich, and just chilling and macking and doing what we doing. So if you can show them that, cause a lot of us men really want, that love. We want that wife. We want that happy life, And I'm family oriented, So we want that. But you gotta be our peace. Gotta be our peace. All that arguing, all that stubborn, and let that go. Just keep your mouth closed until it's time for you to actually communicate. So, and I'm gonna say this. I ain't saying you gotta just, like I say, be no sucker, be no slave, none of that stuff. But just, like I said, just be a man's peace. And I'm telling you, if a lot of y'all, because a lot of y'all be having great potential, but that mouth get you in trouble every time. Great potential, but that mouth. So if a lot of y'all just be quiet, sit back, be cool, be your sweet self, you'll win every time. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll let me.